Sorry guys, I'm rather cleverly left the basketball champ at the door.
Oh, no, that's alright.
Yeah. So you
Oh,
can be
wow.
annoying while doing stuff.
So, Terry, let's start with the obvious. Congratulations on the Sports Personality of the Year Unsung Hero of the South Award.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
How did it feel winning that?
I was in a state of shock at the time. I wasn't expecting it at all. I tend to just enjoy what I do, and I wasn't looking for any award or gratification, and I don't really see me as doing a lot to get something like that. So yeah, when it actually happened, I was in a bit of a state of shock, to be honest.
And am I right in saying it was your wife that nominated you for that award?
Yes.
Yeah, so I listened to your interview on BBC Solent, and Charlotte does seem like your biggest fan.
We've been together since 2002. She's been so supportive, and over the last probably 5-6 years I've had a spell of ill health. I've been in and out of hospital quite a bit, and she's been a rock. She's been there the whole time.
So in the 90s you helped ensure that there were wheelchair basketball teams in Dorset. Did you find that before you helped set them up there was a lack of access for people in wheelchairs to play sport in general?
Yeah, and there still is today within the county of Dorset. Back in, I became disabled 88, but I'd always done sport as a kid, mainly football, but I don't know, things like cycling, running, etc. So I was determined to get back to sport. So I was talking one day to a friend of mine that worked at a disability rehabilitation centre. She said, well, we've got enough players to set up a basketball team. So the first one got set up just from that point of view. That team developed into 2 teams. We had so many players, we ended up having 2 teams. So for a period throughout the 90s, there was a time when we actually had 3 wheelchair basketball teams based in Poole. Then
you took on fencing, which is quite the change in sport. How did that happen?
One of the other guys from the basketball team bumped into a guy who was a coach at a local fencing club, who happened to be the assistant coach for the Great Britain wheelchair team at the time as well. And he said to him, look, bring a few guys along, I'll give you a free introduction into wheelchair fencing. The first week 9 of us turned up. 6 weeks later there was only 1 left. That was me. my concept of wheelchair fencing was completely wrong. Yes, you are clamped into one position as far as your chair is concerned, but with your body movement and all the skills you need with the sword work and stuff, it is a really challenging sport. And yeah, from there I went on, because I had good quality coaching, the assistant GB coach at the time, I got into the GB team. I ended up being ranked 2nd in Great Britain, 15th in the world.
You founded your current club, Dorset Demons. Can you talk us through founding that?
Yeah. In the summer of 2021 I applied for some funding to run some taster sessions, and they proved really successful. And there was a number of players who wanted to carry on playing afterwards, so that's how the club was formed. Yeah, early 2022 we got a constitution together, and it's built from there.
Do you find it hard getting enough players?
We're getting enough players to turn up regularly to training. It's getting enough that want to play competitively. Although since the Unsung Hero Award, that's given us a bit more publicity, and we've got another 2 came to training last week, first training session of the year. So each week at training we're probably getting 10-12 people turn up. So new me, new year type thing is kicking in at the moment, and we'll see how long that lasts. But there's plenty of people wanting to come along and do basketball. It's just how competitive they want to be with it.
Okay, brilliant.
You've been quite an inspiration in that sense, because you've won the award and what you've done. So what would you say to people who are maybe looking to get into, firstly, something like wheelchair basketball, but also just looking to potentially change their lives?
You only got one life, and you've got to make sure it's a life that you remember and live well. So if there's something you want to do, you've just got to get on and do it. Looking back to when we set up the initial wheelchair basketball team, I knew very little about disability sport. I mean, I'd only been using the wheelchair a couple of years myself. I'd never run a club, never done anything like that at all, and it was things I had to learn whilst I was doing it. You learn on the job, you get the experience. You're going to make mistakes, but you've got to get on and do it, because, as I said, you've only got the one life. Make the most of it.
Charlie Dennis has supported her husband Terry throughout his journey, and they are both so proud of the community they've built at the Dorset Demons.
And it's not just about the basketball, is it? It's kind of the community that you have here. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, the basketball's amazing. It's great fun. We enjoy playing it. It's good for our physical health and everything. But mental health as well is just as important to us. So we're working as a family, becoming real friends and making friendships out in and out of the community. And just, some people don't get out of their flats. And us, throughout the week, there is there one good thing and we can just have a good chat and say, how are you today?
Yeah. And the obvious reason why you've had to do quite a few interviews and Terry's been asked a lot was obviously the awards.
Well, to be honest, I didn't realise it was such a big thing. I saw it on the Radio Solent website and I thought, it's a local award for a local person that's done a lot in the community, and he's done so much since the 90s even. Ever since he was first disabled, he can't just do a sport. He has to coach, he has to run it, he has to help, he has to fundraise. So he's always been an unsung hero to me.
Sophie Chandler is part of Terry's Dorset Demons. Sophie told me her story of why she joined and how much Terry has helped her confidence.
So my boyfriend played basketball for another team, and then Terry started this club up and he said, you should come and play basketball with me, and I was like, oh god, no. So obviously I had a panic attack in the car park and cried all the way in, and then I was like, I'm not gonna get in a chair and I'll just watch. And then Charlie came up and she was like, get a chair, and I was like, so I haven't got out of the chair since.
Perfect. How good has it been for you? Obviously physically, we were just saying that we don't think we can do this. It's so much to do at once, I just don't think we could. But how good has it been physically but also mentally for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's intense, it's a really good workout, but mentally it's helped with my anxiety, it's helped with confidence, it's been brilliant.
And you mentioned how Terry helped as well. How much has he helped you, not just here, but everywhere else, really?
I mean, this club's given me so much confidence, and it's given me so much more. It's given me structure. It's given me something to do. I've got a social life because of here. Terry setting the club up has been the best thing that's happened to me, really.